Pakistan fully facilitated the process that culminated in the US-Taliban peace agreement on 29 February 2020. Pakistan is deeply gratified that it has fulfilled its part of the responsibility. The Afghan leaders must now seize this historic opportunity to achieve reconciliation and restore peace in their war-torn country. Through the intra-Afghan negotiations that commenced on the 12th of September, they must work out an inclusive, broad-based and comprehensive political settlement. The process must be Afghan-led and Afghan-owned, and without any interference or outside influence. Early return of Afghan refugees must be part of this political solution. After almost 2 decades of war, it is imperative not to allow spoilers within and outside Afghanistan to subvert the peace process. Peace and stability in Afghanistan will open new opportunities for development and regional connectivity. Mr. President, Palestine remains a festering wound. A just and lasting settlement is indispensable for the Middle East and actually the world. Illegal annexations of Palestinian territory, the building of illegal settlements, and the imposition of inhuman living conditions on the Palestinian people, especially in Gaza, cannot bring peace to a troubled region. Pakistan continues to support a two-state solution in line with the UN General Assembly and Security Council resolutions within the international agreed parameters, and they are pre-1967 borders and Al-Quds Al-Sharif as the capital of a united, contiguous and independent Palestinian state. Mr. President, the United Nations remains the best legitimate avenue for collective action in managing international conflicts, fostering peace and security, promoting equitable development and addressing global problems. I urge the Secretary General to take the lead in preventing global conflicts. He should convene summit-level meetings to address regional hotspots and resolve outstanding disputes. The United Nations should be made fully responsive to the challenges of our times. A comprehensive reform of the United Nations, including the Security Council, is essential to promote greater democracy, accountability, transparency, and efficiency. Pakistan will continue to participate actively in this process and endeavor with other member states to build a world where conflict is outlawed and equitable prosperity for all pursued in conditions of peace and security.
वीडियो होगी लाइव लाना मामा आ लगा लाइव आ ला आएगा
I congratulate His Excellency Mr. Volkan Bozkır on his election as the President of the 75th session of the General Assembly. We also appreciate the skillful leadership of the outgoing President, His Excellency Tijani Mohammad Bande, especially during the COVID-19 crisis. We commend the leadership of the Secretary General in these extremely turbulent times. Mr. President, since my government assumed office, our consistent effort has been to fundamentally transform Pakistan. We envisage Naya Pakistan to be modeled on the principles of the state of Medina, established by our Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. A just and humane society where all government policies are directed at lifting our citizens out of poverty and creating a just and equitable dispensation. To achieve this goal, we need to have peace and stability. Thus, our foreign policy aims to have peace with our neighbors and settle disputes through dialogue. Mr. President, the 75th anniversary of the United Nations is an extremely important milestone, as this is the only body in the world that can help us achieve our goals of peace and stability in our neighborhood. This is also time for us to reflect whether, as the United Nations,
successfully.
or threat of unilateral force, self-determination of peoples, the sovereign equality and territorial integrity of states, non-interference in their internal affairs, international cooperation. All these ideals are being systematically eroded. International agreements are being flouted and set aside. Renewed great power rivalries are leading to a new arms race. Conflicts are proliferating and intensifying. Military occupation, illegal annexations are suppressing the rights of human beings to self-determination. According to the respected professor Noam Chomsky, mankind is at even a greater risk than it was before the First and Second World Wars in the last century. And this is because of the threat, increased threat of nuclear war, climate change, and sadly the rise